got off to a good start. Have you kept your New Year's resolutions yet? I've already failed on the first tour, though, but I can promise you an amazing show today. And look who I'm joined with. It's Collabro.
Hello. Happy New Year.
I mean, that was loud, wasn't it? How are you guys? You all right?
Yeah, that's great. Thank you.
Wonderful.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you as well. Did you enjoy Christmas and all that malarkey?
Oh, it's fantastic. Yes. Really spent a lot of time with the family, so
which is nice, isn't it? Yeah. No, you really had a monumental 2014, didn't you? It was incredible.
It was the year, wasn't it? The Collabro formed. We won Britain's Got Talent, Raw Variety, everything.
What didn't you do in 2014?
Well, Tom wasn't serving sushi, so exactly.
Spinning kitchen chairs, didn't do that.
Well, I'll tell you what, let's start at the very beginning. 2014, you all got together and you used social media to form as well, didn't you?
Yeah, we did. Matt and I knew each other on a contract actually last year. We were working for a holiday company, and I think we were just a bit tired of not getting into the West End. So upon returning, there were auditions organised in London, and we found Michael and Tom. And then we found Richard on YouTube. We just typed in "Bring Him Home," which is on the album, and it's also our semi-final performance. And that was before Christmas. And then in January, we kind of got together and sang "Bring Him Home," and that was when it all clicked in place. And Collabro's not even a year old.
Amazing, isn't it? You'd have thought. A lot of people know that the name's established now. You're established now. People love your music.
Absolutely, yeah.
And it's not even a year.
No, I think we've got kind of something for everyone on our album as well. I mean, with musical theatre, you're telling a story through song. So obviously, for those big ballads like "Stars," "Bring Him Home," or "The Les Mis," that's great for not only older generation who you might expect, but also the youngsters, especially when we're doing stuff like "Let It Go" from Frozen, and other songs from shows like Moulin Rouge. You've got "Come What May," films. Everything's bringing musical theatre to the forefront now. You've got all these new musical theatre shows in films like Les Mis, Into the Woods, the last 5 years. Everything's kind of making it more acceptable and putting it out there into the forefront.
All my favourite songs as well. I'm struggling not to burst out in song myself. A little bit of "Bringing It Home" and some "Stars" and some "Frozen" and all that sort of stuff. What's your favourite songs? Let's go round the list. What's yours, Matt?
Mine's actually, you wouldn't believe it, it's from Billy Elliot, the musical.
Oh, yeah.
And it's actually just a big piece of music. I'm not sure what the name is, but I can't remember the tune either. But it's a really good song.
On the album.
It's your favourite song, you don't know the name or the tune. Let it go.
Let it go.
My favourite has to be "Stars." It's the lead track. It's the song that we opened Britain's Got Talent with. It's the song we won Britain's Got Talent with, and we perform it everywhere we go now. And I think it's what we're known for. And we want to be stars.
Absolutely. You are stars, actually. I'd love to play the old harp in that as well. It's quite a lovely harp rendition. Yeah. What about you, Tom?
I really, really love "Come What May" just because I love Moulin Rouge so much.
Come what may.
Yeah. It's just such a touching film.
Yes. I fell asleep. I actually, funny enough, my friend was walking around the supermarket the other day. She's pushing a shopping trolley around, and she texted me saying that "Say Something," our version of "Say Something," was playing through the speakers, and it made her want to fill up our trolley with loads and loads of Collabro CDs. So
that's the subliminal messaging working.
Yep, there we go.
Mine's got to be "Over the Rainbow." Actually, when we told everyone that what our set list was on our album playlist, people's reactions to "Over the Rainbow" was like, "Oh, a bit cheesy, but I'm not sure if I like it." And actually, once we did it, people were like, "Oh, they're bringing something new to that song." It was great, and that's something we're doing with all these kind of songs. Like, they haven't been done the way we're doing them, 5-part harmony, and often some of the songs have only really been done by female vocalists. So completely changing it up and bringing something new to the music industry.
Yeah, you put your own little spin on it. Your own
little
twist.
I sat on the rainbow and Skittles fell out.
That was a good day. Is that more subliminal advertising?
Yeah.
Of course, The Wizard of Oz is a classic, isn't it? I mean, it's loved by people of all ages. So,
no, of course.
So when you see it's a classic song,
that's what we feel about sort of our music. That we feel like it's musical theatre is so accessible.
Now, you've all been together for a year now, so are you still getting on? Any little falling outs at all?
I hate them all.
I mean, obviously, when you've got 5 guys together, it's 5 different opinions. But actually, we're so focused on the music, and we all want Collabro to be successful that we all come to agreements. And obviously, with 5 of us, there's always a majority as well. And I think once a majority is reached, everyone kind of just gets on with it, and we're really hard working. So I don't think there's any argument.
Have you all found you've got little habits that annoy each other, though?
Yeah, Matt's a habit.
Matt's just a walking
habit.
I just licked Tom's face.
I know. I was going to say, Matt's licking my ear while I'm trying to talk.
But I've never once licked your ear.
The relationships are getting close.
Yeah. to stay together forever as a group?
No, of course. We're going to stay together as long as we.
As long as the public want us.
No, exactly. It's like as long as we keep making people happy. That's the important thing. You know, we really enjoy doing this because one of the main reasons because people get such a kick out of the music, and it's really nice because we get fan letters and things. People saying, you know, this song's really helped me through this situation, or you know, your music's really inspired me to go forward in the music industry, or just inspired me in general to do stuff, and that's amazing that we can have that effect on people, which is incredible.
So we were on Lorraine on ITV before Christmas.
Name drop that.
And and she was saying how musical
He
theatre
means
it's kind of timeless because obviously there's so many musicals out there, and that's one thing we want to do. We love our, you know, the huge numbers of musical theatre, which everybody knows, even if they're not specifically musical theatre fans. But we also want to bring new musicals to the forefront as well, and make new songs interesting. Like on our album, we've got "With You" from Ghost, and everyone knows the film, Demi Moore and Patrick Swayze, but not many people actually know the musical, and it's such a beautiful song, and I think it's really great to open up people's minds to these sorts of music.
Lovely. Well, should we have a bit of music from you now?
Yeah.
Would you fancy giving us a little session?
Yeah, a bit of
Sure.
Let It Go.
Let It Go, your favourite.
Everyone's talking about this song, isn't it?
I think it's here for Christmases to come.
Yeah, it's going to be round and round until Frozen 2 comes out, and then
2014 was definitely your year. It was definitely the year of Frozen as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we're just singing
Sorry,
along.
just this little
background music.
Let it go.
1, 2, 3.
Let it go, and I'll rise like the break of dawn. Let it go, that perfect girl is gone. Here I stand in the light of day. Let the storm rage on.
The cold never bothered me anyway. Yeah, wonderful. What do you think about extending Collabro from 5 to 6?
You're in. With a line like that, you're in.
Yeah, fabulous, wonderful. So let's talk about 2015 then. Have you set any personal New Year's resolutions then?
I don't know, no. Because I always break them. Last year I tried to give alcohol for 40 days, and then I think it got to like the 8th of January or something.
That's good for you.
That's what
You tried to do Sober October and lasted a day.
I did Sober October for 11 days. 11 days.
did it for like a day.
That's me as well. I completed Sober October.
Yeah, Richard did.
What about other resolutions then?
Mine is to grow a full beard.
That has never been
Tom's never
Tom
shaved.
gets
baby face.
fluff on his chin.
Michael actually gave up chocolate for the whole of December, which was very impressive. Well, apart from that one day.
I'm not sure he did. Because
Not on Christmas Day.
Apart from that one day.
No, I'm a massive chocoholic. I love sweets, chocolate, anything. I've got a massive sweet tooth. And I just thought, you know, just to prove that I'm not a chocoholic, that I'd try and give it up. But I think everyone's got little things that... Matt's Maltesers. His Malteserholic.
There's more chance of Van Gogh getting his ear back than me, you know, giving up.
Matt actually told me that a few nights ago he woke up in his sleep eating Maltesers. So he was eating them in his sleep, in inverted commas.
It was fascinating.
I've woken up and I've eeten 2 bags of Maltesers. I didn't know what I was
That's
doing.
him covering his shame.
It happened though. It did. That happened.
Lovely. So lots of exciting things planned for 2015 this year. Of course, you're going to be touring the West, aren't you? You come to the Colston Hall.
23rd of February. We
Yeah.
can't wait.
That's going to be a good gig.
Exciting.
Yeah, looking forward to that. What can people expect when they come and see you live?
Drama, the action.
We're obviously going to be performing all the tracks that have been on our album so far. So the 10 from the first album, and then obviously not the Christmas tracks, but the other 2 from the special edition. And then we've got actually a few more songs that we've been working on, which we really want to show people that we're always working on new material, and hopefully, you know, encourage people to think that we could have a second album. And obviously with Lucy Kay coming with us as well, look out for some duets as well.
Fabulous. Of course, the first debut album went straight to #1.
Yeah, so thank you so much for everyone who bought it.
Good week. It was a good week.
That was a great week. How did you celebrate that?
We were actually in the van on the way back from Real, weren't we?
Yeah.
So
We just jumped up and down in a van.
As soon as we got back to London, I went straight back down to Brighton, my hometown, and had a good night out.
I had a glass of wine. Push the boat out there.
I mean, it's absolutely fantastic, but the thing is, days off are very rare. But obviously, in this sort of business, if you've got a day off, then people don't want to know about you. So we absolutely love the fact that we're busy and we want to be everywhere and see everyone.
We had a really nice surprise, didn't we? Because we were told that we had to go in for a meeting with Sonny, who's the head of Psycho, and we were all kind of worried about what it was about, because he's the big boss apart from Simon. And we were just sitting there thinking, oh no. And then we were sitting in Psycho, and they were like, look, Sonny's in a meeting in a hotel down the road. You need to go and meet him there because he doesn't have time to come here. And we were like, oh no, this is really bad. We walked in and the whole label were there, and there was champagne and stuff. It was a big #1 party for us, which was really nice. And we got presented with our gold discs and things.
Yeah, lovely. Have you developed a relationship with Simon Cowell at all? Is he coming to any of your gigs?
Romantically.
We sang at his birthday party.
Really?
Yeah, there was obviously him and Lauren were there, and then obviously Cheryl Cole, Louis Walsh, David Williams, Alicia Dixon, Amanda Holden, all of the judges from every sort of show. And we sang 2 songs, and they stood up both times. So we've had standing ovations from all sorts of judges,
Which is nice.
which is
Yeah,
fantastic.
we've actually-
He's mentioned coming to see us on our tour in the Palladium.
Yeah, on the 8th of Feb.
We've been counting the standing ovations we've had from the judges so far, and I think we're totaling 11 now. Yeah, because we had how many? 4 during the actual show, a couple at his birthday party, and then we performed at the Katie Piper ball. Yeah, and Simon McCall was there, and we got standing ovations every song. So I think that took the total to 11. So we are totting them up.
Wonderful. And would you encourage other people in your situation that weren't signed to a label to give the whole Britain's Got Talent route a try?
Absolutely. You've got nothing to lose. I mean, even acts that get deemed as joke acts seem to go on and do fantastic things. I mean, Stavros Flatley is still going, and I absolutely loved them. But I remember at the time, people just thought they were in it for a laugh. So, but yeah, go for it, and your dreams might come true the way ours have.
Yeah, they really have come true, haven't they? Fame, how are you handling fame and getting people
Terribly,
tweeting you?
very well. Oh,
It's hard to find time for friends and family, but obviously that's our main priority. I think we're quite lucky because we can still walk down the street individually and not really get stopped. But as a 5, we do get stopped quite a bit, but that's really flattering, and it's really nice to. We always stop for pictures and a few signed autographs and things.
We're meeting some amazing people as well. We just did. We did the Into the Woods premiere. Obviously, it was a huge premiere for it in America. There was a small screening in Britain, but some of the cast were there and the director as well. We didn't get to meet the composer, Stephen Sondheim. Hopefully when we go over to America, if we go over to America, fingers crossed, maybe we'll meet him at some point, because he's a big name in musical theatre. He's actually one of my heroes. Yeah, he's like the godfather of it. But yeah, we're meeting some really, really interesting people. It's nice.
We met James Corden, and that was just absolutely
He was
hilarious.
so funny.
He just kept on. So we sort of went over and sort of introduced ourselves, and then he went off for a bit, and I don't know what he did. He must have maybe gone and listened to us or something, because he came back and he seemed to know a lot more about us than he did at the beginning. But then he started. We were having conversations with people, and he'd just butt into the conversation and be like, Collabro, and wave his hands around.
No, I went to get press pictures. You knew who we were.
Well, there we go. And it's nice when you can get an ordinary person, like a child in the street, comes up to you, and just by meeting you, it makes their day. That makes you feel special.
One
doesn't it?
turning point for me, actually, it is really special. Some people used to come up and say, "Were you on Britain's Got Talent?" And now people are saying, "Are you from Collabro?" And I think that's a huge turning point for us, because we want to make Collabro a brand. Winning, Royal Variety Prize after we performed on that was kind of the pinnacle and also the end of our Britain's Got Talent section. And we want to go now and make Collabro a brand in its own right. I think you sometimes forget that One Direction came from X Factor, because they've managed to make a brand in their own right, and I think that's something that we're aspiring to do.
One of the brilliant things about Collabro actually is our main fan base is maybe 30s, 40s, but we do have quite a big Twitter following, the younger generation. People come up to us asking for selfies, and it's just nice to know that a younger generation is listening to a style of music that they maybe might not have even heard, might not have been on their radar if we hadn't come along. So
That's nice.
Yeah, changing the way that musical theatre is perceived.
yeah, trying to bring it into popular culture.
Making the world a better place.
No,
Collabro was making the world a better place.
It's the new TV ad.
And how was the Queen when you met her out of interest?
It was William and Kate that we met. It was their first year. They were making their debut on the Royal Variety, same as us. No, they were absolutely lovely, and they both said to us how they thought with voices like ours we could go worldwide and really hope for our success in the future.
Lovely. Well, have a great 2015. If it's anything like 2014, it's going to be monumental, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Right. Let's have a little listen to another one of your tracks, and this is one of my favourites of all time. From Les Mis, this is